Hello everyone, welcome to MCQs for judiciary exams. Question number 1. What was the primary reason for the UP government to pay interim compensation to a prisoner? Option A. The prisoner was not informed about his bail order. Option B. A clerical omission in the bail order caused his delayed release. Option C. The bail order was not signed by the judge. And option D. The prisoner failed to meet the bail conditions. The correct answer is option B. The Supreme Court recently ordered the Uttar Pradesh government to pay Rs 5 lakh as interim compensation to the prisoner after it was revealed that his release was delayed by 28 days due to a clerical omission in the bail order. The omission involved a subsection not being mentioned in the release order, leading to unnecessary detention of the prisoner. The case title is Aftab vs. State of UP. Question number 2. What was the primary reason for upholding the conviction of the CRPF constable who killed 4 colleagues? Option A. The constable acted under the heat of passion due to personal stress. Option B. The constable was falsely implicated in a fake encounter. Option C. The constable acted due to a personal rivalry and premeditation. And option D. The constable was acting in self-defense during a Naxal attack. The correct answer is option C. The Chhattisgarh High Court upheld the conviction of Constable Sant Kumar for the murder of 4 colleagues, noting that his actions were premeditated due to a personal grudge against Sub-Inspector Vijay Sharma, which stemmed from a duty allotment that deprived him of leave. The constable carried 2 assault rifles and fired indiscriminately, indicating the premeditation of the crime. The case title is Sant Kumar vs. State of Chhattisgarh. Question number 3. B says to A, if you do not deny it, I shall assume that the horse is sound, and A remains silent. A's silence is speech under option A, section 18 of ICA, option B, section 17 of ICA, option C, section 19 of ICA, and option D, section 21 of ICA. The correct answer is option B. Section 17 of the Indian Contract Act, mere silence is not fraud unless circumstances require disclosure or the silence implies acceptance. It becomes fraudulent if the person has a duty to speak or if their silence misleads or deceives the other party, especially when it implies agreement. Question number 4. What is the likely legal outcome when moneylender induces an agriculturalist to execute a bond by undue influence? Option A, bond upheld. Option B, bond set aside. Option C, full repayment. And option D, bond void. The correct answer is option B. Section 19A of the Indian Contract Act 1872, when consent of a contract is obtained through undue influence, the agreement becomes voidable at the option of the party whose consent was influenced. This means that the affected party has the right to either affirm or cancel the contract. If they choose to cancel it, the contract is not legally binding. Question number 5. What type of contract is created when one party makes a promise in exchange of the other party's performance? Option A, unilateral contract. Option B, bilateral contract. Option C, executed contract. And option D, void contract. The correct answer is option A. Unilateral contract, where one party makes a promise and the other party accepts that promise by performing a specific action. For example, if someone offers a reward of finding a lost dog, the person who finds the dog accepts the offer by performing the action of returning the dog. It's the time for practice question. Illegal payment in connection with elections is dealt under option A, section 169H of IPC. Option B, section 170H of IPC. Option C, section 171H of IPC. And option D, section 172H of IPC. Pin down the answers in the comment section below.